I'm testing out my new speaker and everything. Tell me if y'all can hear me fine. Alright, so the mic audio should be a bit better. Tell me what y'all think of the new audio. I've got a new microphone today. I'm hoping that it's a bit better, because before I kept getting told that people could barely hear me. So this should be able to make up for that. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I'm testing it out with Dungeons & Dragons Minecraft today, just so that way we can get the kinks worked out. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember where I was supposed to be going. I'm pretty sure I came down from that way, but I can't remember for the life of me. Also, hello and welcome everybody, and thank y'all for all joining the stream.
Neither the dwarves nor the drow know who built this inverted tower or to what end. All that we can say for sure is that mind flayers are drawn to it and may have their eyes set on establishing an outpost here. Perhaps it's best to stay away.
Alright, you ain't gonna say another word. I'm staying away from that. You said mind flayers. Given. This place looks super cool. Almost got messed up right there. Must be some type of poison, because every time one of them things hits me, it does that little weird spinny thing.
What are you doing? I did everything you asked.
That's not you. It's someone else. It's someone else.
What more do you want from me?
Doctor,
What is that?
Get us
Stop,
away from
please.
them.
An exchange. A sleeper to awaken, for the awake to enter the dream.
Oh, I gotta go back and meet him? Tell me to get away. I was getting away. Well, that was disappointing. I was kind of hoping there would be like a chest back here or something.
You're here to help us, right?
Maybe. We're gonna find out, ain't we?
You're not like the rest of them. The ones in the robes, or those things with them who... No, never mind, just help me out of here. Help me out of here.
I'm not letting you out until you answer some questions. Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name's Sensor. I was a merchant before these people kidnapped me and my family. We've been working for them, doing manual labor. But they took me aside without saying why and trapped me in here. I could hear other people screaming. I thought maybe...
Have you seen a dragon here?
The dragon? Yes, it doesn't look healthy, like it has a fungus growing out of it. Some of us, the captives they took, we've had to feed and clean up after it sometimes. Sometimes it would just decide to eat someone. Simply snap up a random person and chase them down if they tried to run.
Where is it?
It's up on a cliff way above the rest of the cavern. The only way you can get there without flying is through a portal that the people in robes use. It's deep in these ruins.
How many other prisoners have you met? Have you met any from a village called Noshkel?
Maybe? I don't know. People come and go so often and the cultists don't like us talking to each other.
I'll get you out of here.
It takes a few hits, but eventually you manage to bend and then snap away the padlock holding the door shut, sending the ruined metal clattering to the ground.
Thank you. Please, I just have to ask one more favour. My family is still being held with the rest of the prisoners. I know how to open the door and can let them out, if you'll just watch my back.
Oh, thank Helm that you... Sensor! What are you doing here? I'd given you up for dead.
For a while I had to. Give me a moment to open this. There. Maya Prekin Silius guest. He's still here.
Katra, is that you? Neri? What are you doing here? We had all thought that the cultists had already killed you, or that maybe you had gotten away. Why are you here? How are you here? And what's all this new equipment?
It's a long story, one we don't have time for. What happened after I left the village? I came back and everything was aflame.
About it's
A
like we
few
have no
hours
time to
after
be
you went
sitting
to
here
find
talking, and
Vair,
then she's just like,
people who
question
control
now.
this place appeared, accompanied by, well, Vair. They threatened to torch the village if we didn't cooperate. They rounded all of us up, searching us in our houses. They were looking for some coin, though none of us knew what they meant. We tried to give them money, but they didn't want any. Instead, they took what little they wanted, bound us up, and then the dragon appeared. I thought it might have been Vair, but I've never seen him so close, and he looked wrong. Sick.
Oh no. I was afraid of this. What they would make my body do.
When these people were done with us, we had to watch as the dragon flew into the sky and breathed fire over all our homes. It was horrifying, seeing all that we had worked and lived for burning. I don't know how we'll rebuild, even if we get out of here.
What have they been doing with the people they kidnapped?
Mostly, they use us for labor. Cooking, cleaning, mining, building, anything that needs doing. However, they barely feed us, and once someone starts to weaken too much, the cultists take them away, and we often never see them again. Fear of whatever befalls those who disappear keeps the rest of us working until we're too tired to lift our own arms.
If you were to escape, do you think you would be able to find your way to the surface?
Not in a million years. None of us are from these tunnels. We would be lost and die down here as surely as if we were dropped into the middle of the ocean.
Right. You'll have to wait inside for me then. I came with a group of dwarves and elves, but they're fighting now and can't look after you. Once I'm done, though, we can all flee together.
I hope you're right. We have old and sick people here. We cannot move quickly, so you had best come up with a plan.
Have you seen the dragon? Do you know where it is?
Yes, they live on a ledge high up in this cavern. The only way there is through a portal that the cultists have to activate every time they want to pass through. They never let us see how it works, though. Katra, I'd always heard that dragons were wise creatures, even if some were evil, but this one seems insane. It's irrational, destructive, and yet it watches us with such intelligent eyes.
Also, Nuri, where are my parents?
They were taken away some weeks ago and never came back. I don't know what happened to them, but, well, Katra, the people who are taken away never come back.
They could still come back, provided that you are willing to cooperate.
What have you done with my parents?
Your parents are alive. When my kin found you in the frozen north, we would have offered to trade them for you, had our messenger not been killed by one of the short, hairy ones first. We have no more use for you now, but you are disrupting our plan. Instead, we will release them and the rest of your village if you leave immediately. If you do not, though, I will send these enlightened ones to remove them from your world while I destroy you here. So, you and your friends and family leave us in peace, or you attempt some silly rescue and condemn your parents.
Katra, do not even think about leaving yet.
I have my parents, though. Do you remember what happened when we last met this person? We were thrown from a tower. Getting everyone out without a fight could save all of our lives.
Not mine. We cannot be sure that your parents are even still alive, Katra, but we know that they have my body.
Your body? That's all you can think about? They have my family and my village. You're being selfish.
And you're not thinking clearly. There's no reason for this creature to uphold their end of the bargain. He wants us gone because we can do damage here. They will continue to come after us until they get what they want.
No matter how you turn over their words in your mind, you are unable to read into this creature's intentions.
Are you kidding me? I had to get 25 to get insight on it, and I failed. Ugh, that sucks. What should I do? Take the deal, refuse the deal, take the deal, refuse the deal. Let's refuse it.
I won't fall for your lies. You will meet your end here.
Fine.
Get him, Katra!
Gross.
or has it yet to? Time here is annoying. You will come for the greater rot, I see. Our time for the worms is not yet right, and my master does not mind delays in the course of his eternity. But the swarm is impatient. They are eager to show you the waking world beyond this dream. They still yearn to eat your eyes so that you can see the truth of the universe.
The monster has stopped caring if we understand it, I think.
I see that you come for the greater art. Yes. Yes, I will enjoy that struggle.
That thing! I always knew something was wrong about them, but that... I thought it was human at first, but... You need to lead us out of here, right now. I will organize the prisoners, and you will show us the way.
No, not yet.
Excuse me?
I have to do something here first. I made a promise, and I think fulfilling it will also keep those monsters from ever hurting people again. Besides, there's a battle in the cavern, and the soldiers on our side can't protect you until it's done.
But you... We have to... Very well. I will organize us as best I can and find a place to hide or barricade ourselves that isn't... this. We'll see if we can find any other captives while we're at it. You just make sure to come back alive and come back quickly. You hear me?
That's the plan, yeah.
What was that? I like strange noises. Oh, going the wrong way. Okay.
Now, finally, after all this time, we've defeated that creature in the robes, and now I can be free again.
Yeah, almost there. You ready for this?
No, I'm sick, terrified, and furious, but I want this done already.
That makes the two of us, including the sick part.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I had hoped not to trouble my lord with such blind, foolish meat as yourself. But if one of us cannot fulfill our master's desire, then the other must. Once you have been eaten and your flesh given to our master, once both of your souls have been expended, you will see our truth and join us.
Ah! Did the game just freeze? Are you kidding me?
Claire, are you okay?
Contra.
Claire, it's over. We did it. I can still feel you, though. Can you hear me?
Contra. We are still connected, but not. This. I feel so.
That was an entertaining stumbling block. A curious and enjoyable show. I will not stop you. It is clear that this attempt to bring my world's enlightenment to your limited minds has been rejected and foiled. However, I would give you a parting gift. If anything, just so that there is still something left for when my master and my greater self finally step out of your kind's dreams and into this reality.
You okay? Claire! What did you do to him?
Yes, an interesting dream for sure.
What's happening? I can still feel you, but all I feel is fear and pain. Where are you? Contra! Oh, thank all the divines you're safe!
My child. I thought that you were... I feared the worst. I can't believe that you...
Are you hurt? What do we have to do? Your father's a bit of a wreck seeing you again, and I can't say I blame him, but we can manage whatever you need of us. I'm sorry, but I think my friend is really hurt. I have to find him. Just have everyone follow me.
There you are. That was one of the most harrowing fights I've ever endured. Worthy of a song, and you should have seen how many of those wretches we cut down. But I never want to do that again. I'm considering an early retirement after that. Sorry. I saw the dragon run by. It didn't see us, and I wasn't sure if it was friendly or still under the court's control. So, we decided to wait and see if you could explain things.
It's Vair, but something's wrong. He's hurting. Did you see where he went?
Aye, he's right outside. Just be careful.
Fire, what happened? Talk to me. What can I do for... Contra! Come on, wake up! Where? Easy, easy. It's okay, honey. Where? You're with us. You're safe. The demons! Where are the demons? Shh, shh. There are no demons. It's just us. You're okay. I saw them. I saw... oh, my head. I can't. Fire. What happened to him?
I am here.
What was that? What did we just see? Why are you not in your body?
The creature of worms forced that vision into my mind. It was maddening, agonizing. I did not mean to return to your mind and expose you in the first place. It simply happened. I do not know why. I am sorry.
It's okay. Just... it still hurts. What was that we saw? I can remember it, but it doesn't make sense, and... it hurts to think about, to remember.
Yes. We felt and saw the same thing. I can only make out parts. The beginning is difficult to interpret. It seemed like nonsense to me. However, the last scene, that was a vision of Demogorgon, Prince of Demons. The very embodiment of chaos. He wants nothing more than to drag all of creation into the infinite, tumultuous depths of the abyss.
What does he have to do with anything?
Even if you could not understand the message, I could. I could feel it in my bones, at least for the brief time that I had any. Demogorgon is coming, and will bring his swarms of howling, ravening demons with him.
So we're going to see more of what we saw in Revel's End.
Yes, but immeasurably worse.
That's hard to imagine. Demon Prince. I don't... What can you tell me?
Not much. He has come to the material plane at least twice. The first time he was imprisoned here for decades by an order of holy warriors, preventing him from ruling his domain and plotting against us. The second time he appeared in Menzoberranzan, along with several other demon princes, and their battle nearly destroyed the Drow city. Menzoberranzan is protected by Lolth, and teeming with some of the strongest fighters and spec Demogorgon could do to the surface world in its less protected cities.
It would be a massacre.
Yes, to say the least. Aside from that, he is also known to spread madness like a disease. The survivors of his attacks, if any, would be broken men and women who could prove as dangerous to others as themselves.
That's not exactly good news. Okay, one thing at a time. We need to get going before something attacks us in these tunnels. Can you go back into your body if we use the rod again?
Maybe, but I fear that the vision will return. Even if it does not, I felt that my brain ached and was ready to split from what I had seen. I worry that even if I can endure the pain, being in my own body for too long will drive me mad.
Okay, that's a problem. I can't move your body on my own. None of us can. And I can't just leave you here in the Underdark.
Use the rod, then. I will stay in my body for as long as I can stand it before I come back into yours. As much as I hate to admit it, I do not think that I can survive in my own flesh. You will have to move me a small distance at a time.
Okay then. This is going to take a long time. He can only move for a little while before he needs to rest. Can you still escort all of us out of these tunnels and back to Mithril Hall?
It's an inconvenience, no doubt about that. But I'm more worried about being stuck and exposed down here. Still, if it's the only way to get the dragon back up, then my Thor and I still have a mission to fulfill. We'll watch your backs.
Okay, thanks. Alright then. Let's get started.
They messed him up.
Never in all my days did I think to see a dragon in Mithril Hall. Not after what Shimmergloom did to this place. Inviting one to stay with us, though. Preposterous. Yeah, here we are. Fengir tells me that even though the body is healed, every time Vair attempts to re-enter his body, while the vision is still fresh in both his brain and soul, it causes the brain itself to start tearing apart. Fengir, what do you propose to fix this?
Unfortunately, there is no quick solution. Should we wipe the memory from the dragon's brain, his soul still remembers. The soul would reintroduce the vision to the brain, and we would be in the same place we started. The best we can do is to fortify the mind so that the brain will be strong enough to endure the information when the soul returns. Honestly, this is a fascinating opportunity to investigate how we might strengthen our minds and perhaps accept eldritch knowledge that...
Thank you, Fengir, that's enough. We'll talk about this more over dinner once our work is done. That means this will take some time. Now, according to you two, how long until Demogorgon arrives?
We aren't sure. We think it's pretty soon, but we can't be sure how soon.
And what other proof do you have that they will indeed appear?
We...
Actually, Tordek, the priests, wizards, and I already ran tests and managed a bit of divination. As distressing as this is to admit, what Katra describes is very possible. Maybe even likely.
Well then, in that case we will need a plan, and soon. Most of all though, we need information. Our priests and clerics here can only tell us so much, and I question how useful their often biased insights will be in the first place.
Hey!
Well, if it is information we need...
We know someone who might be able to help. I've been meaning to contact him about this anyhow. We can talk to him right away.
Good. While you're doing that, I will see what I can do about improving our defenses against demons of all things. I never should have wished that this job was more interesting. Let Fengir listen in on the conversation if you can. He will be able to add more than I.
Well, who's this helpful soul you've managed to find? A friend from home? Maybe the Avowed who helped you in Candlekeep?
That's the one.
Who was that, by the way? Any chance I'd know their name?
It was Archmage Thesserai, Sage of Magic in Candlekeep.
Wait, Arch...
Yeah, Maybe I should have mentioned that when I was explaining everything after I first got here.
And you can just contact him whenever you like?
Well, not really. He made it pretty clear that this was a limited privilege.
Still, that he would even... that you... but I... just talk to him already.
Dial
Sage
tone.
Desserai? This is Katra, the one with the dragon issue.
I hope that you aren't using this stone just to ask for gardening advice or to tell me about a nice dog you saw.
We may have something of a crisis on our hands.
Oh, please be something good. The last crisis I had to deal with was when Sage Thimblebottom couldn't find his favorite tea leaf. Asked me to teleport some here from his hometown.
To make this as brief as possible, we found the Rod of Alignment and were able to put Vair back into his body for a little while. But there was a complication, and his soul had to come back into me. However, we learned that there's a significantly larger problem on the way. Apparently, Demogorgon has found a way to enter our world and is about to tear open a portal from the Abyss.
The Demogorgon? The Demogorgon, as in the sibilant beast, as in the two-headed monstrosity that could single-handedly end any given city if he sneezed at the wrong time?
Yeah, that's the one.
You're joking.
No, not this time.
Exactly promising news. Before I start preparing an escape portal to literally any other plane of existence where he is not. What do you need from me?
Well, we were hoping that you might know how to beat him, or at least be able to find out.
Well, the obvious answer is to find a holy relic of commensurate power and kill him with it. However, those are few, far between, hidden and often unbelievably difficult to get to. It can take months just to find one powerful enough, and then there is every chance that should you manage to claim it, whatever god blessed the relic in the first place will decide to be a jerk and withdraw their power from it just because they don't like how you butter your toast or something else equally arbitrary.
We might not have that kind of time in the first place. Do you have any other ideas?
Aside from running away, make a new one.
Pardon?
Make a new sacred weapon, or at least something that can emulate his sacred weapon's properties. That could take just as much time, though, so you would need master craftsmen and powerful enchanters to help you.
Well, how good are the dwarven smiths of Mithril Hall?
Some of the best in the world. If anything, the mithril they mine there would be a very valuable ingredient for the weapon. That is, if we could get any. Why?
I think you two should talk. I'm probably just going to slow things down.
Me? Hello, Sage Desserai of Candlekeep. I am Fengir Gearden, wizard in charge of magical defenses and research in Mithril Hall. Katra handed the stone to me. Well, first, I wanted to say that I am an ardent supporter of the Avowed and would give my beard to visit Candlekeep's libraries, but perhaps we should, for now, focus on the approaching Demon Lord. Right. I eagerly await your message. He wants to talk to you again.
You two debated for ages. Hope that was worthwhile.
It was. I'm not much of a craftsman myself, so Fengir's input is important. Still, even once I send the weapon schematics and inscriptions to him, the dwarves can only do so much. They're phenomenal builders and quite capable with magic, but we want the best if we can get it. Have you ever heard of the moon?
No. Should I have?
Maybe. Near to Mithril Hall, and the elves there are rather skilled spellweavers. Even if they do not know how to create the necessary enchantment, they will know someone who can.
I'll leave to find them right away.
Good, but one last thing. Even with this item, I'm sorry to say that you're rather small, pathetic, and squishy against something like Demogorgon. Did you find that storm giant I directed you to? What happened to them?
They had the rod like you said they would. And then that they would keep an eye on me or something. Said they thought I'd be in the middle of important things.
Well, you do seem to stick your nose where it doesn't belong, so that's apt. Tell me her name so that I can contact her. You will want some capable allies to join you in this fight. People or things that can hold their own against something strong enough to uproot trees and won't get in your way like the average soldier.
Her name is Nalkra, but she doesn't care about small folk problems.
Well, maybe Nalkra will be willing to lend a hand in saving the world as we know it. Now, excuse me, there is still work to do.
So apparently, we could theoretically just kill Demogorgon if we were strong enough, which we're not, and send him back to the Abyss that way. Our best option now is to use a holy weapon. I could have told you that. No one asked you. I'll be getting further instructions and specific schematics for how to make our own holy weapons soon. Once they're here, we have our work cut out for us.
Understood. Find the best weaponsmiths and crafters that we have for this project. I am not about to spare expense or take chances when we are trying to kill the next best thing to a deity. Good. That took longer than I would have liked, but better than finding out later that our best defense against Demogorgon is flawed and about as useful as a pickaxe without a handle. Now, take this. This letter of introduction was signed and sealed by our king. Seek Moonvines, a settlement in the Moonwood, and give this to the elves in charge. It explains the situation and should secure you an enchanter. Now that the cult is no longer a threat, Mithril Hall's gates are opening again. You can get to the Moonwood by going alongside the mountain until you come to a ravine. The trees you'll see on the bridge's far side are your destination. Good luck, and be quick.
Alright, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I just mainly wanted to test my mic and the new headset for the new volume input. I'll listen to it later and see what it came out to be. I appreciate everybody that stopped by. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to drop a like and a follow. And y'all have a wonderful rest of your nights.